I want to share my experience flying as a standby passenger for the first time. So let's go back to September 1st, 2019. This was the crash pad where I used to live, basically where you crash in between your flights and days of work. I have been waiting for this part of being a flight attendant, which is to travel abroad with our benefits, which is very exciting. It's one of the biggest things that a flight attendant gets to enjoy. So if you want to fly standby, you can become a flight attendant and apply to your favorite airline. I'm trying to go somewhere outside the US, and I did not plan where to go. I just packed random things. I did not plan where I am going. So I sort of saw the destinations that are available right now. So just one hint, they're mostly Asia, but it's not guaranteed that it's gonna be Asia because the numbers didn't look very good, so I might not make it on those flights. So we will see. There's also some Europe and like Australia and New Zealand. So we shall see. Wow, beautiful day. Why am I wearing this jacket? I've traveled to a few places throughout my life, but this is the first time that I'm gonna travel as a flight attendant, which means I travel standby, which means I will get on the flight if there's any open seats available, like not sold. So it's not guaranteed if I'm gonna get on the flight or not, which is why I'm keeping my options open to just getting on the first flight that will work out. That way I'm not waiting at the airport forever, hopefully. It's my first time, so we're gonna learn together. For those of you who are not flight attendant or pilots or just airline crew, first when we get to the gate, we have to go and check in with the gate agents, let them know that we listed ourselves for the standby list, and you just wait patiently until they call your name if they have an open seat for you, so a seat that was not sold. So here I wanted to go to Seoul, Korea, but that flight did not work out, so then I listed myself for Osaka. I was very flexible in the destinations where I wanted to go. Well, estoy esperando a que me den mi asiento. Pensé que iba a ir a Singapur, pero luego cambió y estoy yendo a South Korea, y ese tampoco funcionó. Entonces creo que voy a ir a Japón. And oh my goodness, I could not believe it. I got 8D, which is United Polaris. I still couldn't believe it. And it was time to get on the flight and go to Japan. I was a little nervous, kind of shaking inside. And I also had to tell my family because I hadn't told anybody yet. Also, do I really want to go to Japan? Like, this is actually happening now, and what should I do? But yes, I started enjoying myself, and I have never been on a Polaris flight seat number, whatever you call it. It is amazing. Look at all this stuff. They give you a pillow, a blanket, no, two blankets, two pillows, And they give you so many other things, amenities. I was like obviously like a little kid exploring every little single thing. It was really amazing. I got like orange juice right away. This is a little toiletry bag, and it was so adorable. I think this was chapstick and eye cream and hand cream. I think there were also earplugs and eye mask, socks, toothbrush. I was like mesmerized by everything. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna use everything during the flight. Thank you very much. And it was my time to enjoy this flight. Woo! Let's go. I've traveled across the Atlantic Ocean, but I've never crossed the Pacific Ocean. So this was gonna be my first flight going across the Pacific all the way to Japan. They brought us some warm nuts and with Bailey's. The other day a passenger asked me for a coffee with Bailey's, and I was like, wow, I never thought of that. So I was dying to try it. So finally I get to try it, and it's so good. It's so good. It is so amazing, all the food that they bring you. I think I had lunch, or this was dinner, or an appetizer. I could not keep track because after that they brought a dessert cart. They had cheese and ice cream. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. I did not do research ahead of time. I had no idea these seats turn into beds. It was incredible. I got to sleep, put my feet up for the night so I could be rested and be ready to explore when I got to Japan. Unbelievable. It was so cozy. After a good night's sleep, they brought me some breakfast with 2 more Baileys. And look at that! We are almost in Japan, ready to land. Oh my goodness, I could not wait to get off the plane. Not that it was a bad experience, I mean, that was amazing. But now it is time to explore Japan.
A little bit longer, do remain seated with seatbelts fastened until our captain has turned that seatbelt.
Ya llegué a Japón. After I went through costumes, then I connected to Wi-Fi and looked up on Google Maps the hostel that I was staying at. And also, once I knew I got onto the flight, I went on Hostel World on the app and I looked for a decent hostel that I could reserve for the next 2 nights. That way I knew where I was going once I got into Japan. So at the airport, I did exchange a little bit of money so that I could be ready just in case I needed some change for the metro. And then I got ready, I looked up Google Maps, I screenshotted what train I was taking, where I was turning, and off we go into the city of Osaka. Remember, this is September 1st, so it is the end of the summer and it is humid and hot in Japan. I actually didn't even look up the weather. Of course, I knew it wasn't going to be cold, but yes, it was very hot. So they've got mist going on everywhere, and it was pretty fresh within the connecting metro stations and all that, and in the airport. But oh boy, it was very humid. It was very important for me to drink water because I was sweating. Something amazing that I experienced as soon as I got out of the airport was how amazingly clean this country is. There was not one piece of gum stuck to the ground. Everything was spotless. Also, when you get to the metro, it was so nice and beautiful and clean and quiet. In Japan, everybody keeps quiet. Actually, it's bad manners if you are on the phone and speaking very loudly. They do not appreciate this kind of behavior. There were even signs with picture diagrams, letting people know that please do not speak on the phone very loudly. I had to do a transfer onto another metro, and look at this one. They had a specific wagon just for women. So that was so great. I obviously went on to that one, and it was really cute. It was all pinky. And yeah, it was very nice, very clean, very relaxing. It was such a relaxing environment. And I love how all their signs are cartoons with really cute faces on them. Okay, time to go to the hostel. This video has gotten way too long, so I'm gonna continue on another video, but I hope you enjoyed watching how I get on a standby flight and get to another part of the world as a standby passenger.